Are you ready to elevate your real estate videos to the next level? Whether you're an agent looking to impress clients or a videographer wanting to create jaw-dropping content, today's video is for you. Now, you might know me as the drone guy, and yes, I do a ton of real estate drone tours, but here's the thing, cinematic real estate videos are just as essential, and they serve a completely different purpose. We'll dive deeper into that later. Today, though, I want to focus on creating high-quality cinematic videos that not only make agents proud to showcase their listings, but also make buyers fall in love with a property before they even step inside. And to do that, there's one game-changing tool you absolutely need. Any guesses? It's a gimbal, and not just any gimbal, the DJI Ronin RS4. In this video, I'll unbox the RS4, break down its specs, show you how to set it up, and walk you through my entire process from shooting stunning cinematic footage to editing it into a video that wows. Go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already, and let's get into it. Full disclosure, DJI sent me this gimbal for a review. The only compensation I received was the product itself, no strings attached. Now, I did have to submit this video to DJI for approval to ensure it aligns with their guidelines before releasing it. But here's the deal. If you're watching this, it means they approved it. And let me be clear, everything I'm sharing in this video is 100% my own opinion. If I couldn't say what I really think about this product, I simply wouldn't post the video. Oh, and since DJI is watching this too, hi DJI. So you've got the instruction manual and the case, and then this is the plate that allows you to attach the rod and the Focus Pro motor to the gimbal. Then after that, you've got a little bag of goodies that comes with the gear for the Focus Motor Pro that attaches to your lens. Then you've got camera support, lens support, and then you've got a couple extra little screws that hold everything together. After that, you've got a bag of USB cables. 2 of them are for the gimbal itself. 1 of them is for charging. And then you have the briefcase handle, which I absolutely love. I love shooting underslung, so this is perfect. Then you've got the rod that attaches the Focus Motor Pro to the gimbal. And we've got the tripod allowing for stabilizing your gimbal and setting it down. And then after that, we've got the quick release plate, which is one of my favorite features on this gimbal, but we'll talk about that later. And then you've got the Focus Motor Pro itself, which is actually so much thinner than previous generations. And then you've got the battery that the gimbal comes with. And here is the moment we have all been waiting for, the actual gimbal itself. This thing is so lightweight, and yet it's so sturdy at the same time. It's honestly very impressive. So this is everything that comes with the kit. Now, DJI also did send me the extended battery grip, and let me tell you, this thing is a monster. Look at it compared to the battery that the gimbal kit comes with. It's absolutely insane. While I set up the gimbal, let's talk about the features that make it a must-have for solo creators, wedding videographers, real estate, and just about any creative project you have. First up, the weight. The gimbal is incredibly lightweight, which is a lifesaver when you're carrying it around for hours. Less strain on your body means fewer breaks and longer shooting sessions. And when it comes to the battery life, the standard battery gives you 12 hours on a full charge, while the extended grip offers an impressive 29.5 hours. While I haven't tested that fully because let's face it, no camera records that long, I'm confident that it'll last through any shoot. One of my favorite features is the quick release plate. With the Arca Swiss mount on my FX3 cage, I can slide my camera directly onto the gimbal, no extra adapters needed. Pair that with DJI's 2nd generation vertical shooting mode, and switching from horizontal to vertical is seamless. Whether you're shooting Instagram reels or cinematic YouTube content, you can meet client demands without extra gear or workflow interruptions. Add DJI's advanced stabilization algorithm, and you've got buttery smooth shots every time, no matter the orientation. Balancing your camera is also a breeze thanks to the Teflon coated access arms. If you've struggled with stiff adjustments on other gimbals, you'll love how easy it is to make those fine-tuned tweaks here. It's smooth without being slippery, a perfect balance. With a payload capacity of 3 kilograms or 6.6 pounds in Freedom units, this gimbal works with nearly any solo creator's camera setup, plus many heavier rigs. The toggle joystick lets you switch effortlessly between zoom and gimbal control, and if you're using the Focus Motor Pro, you get full camera control without ever letting go of the gimbal. Combine that with the customizable trigger and wheel settings, and you can fine-tune this gimbal to match your personal shooting style. Finally, the RSA communication port opens the door to DJI's broader control ecosystem, giving you even more flexibility and functionality. All these features add up to a gimbal that's versatile, user-friendly, and ready to tackle any creative challenge. Now that we've unboxed the gimbal and gone over the specs, let's take it out in the field and shoot a real estate video. When shooting a real estate video, the first thing you want to do when you enter the house is open up all the blinds on the windows, if there are blinds on the windows, and then turn on every single light in the house. Once you have all of the lights turned on, then what I will do is I will walk through every single part of the whole house. Today, I'm going to be doing a drone tour and a cinematic real estate video, so I need to make sure I've got the layout of this house perfectly. So I'm going to go into every single room and familiarize myself with the layout of this house. So the way that I like to film my houses is by going wide, medium, tight. So I do 3 different types of shots. I'll do a wide shot, I'll do a medium shot, and then I will do a tight shot. As far as camera settings go, I normally keep my camera in manual focus, which is great because I can just control it with the wheel down here. I'll keep my ISO as low as possible, and then I'll keep my white balance at a constant color temperature. I will also keep things at 30 frames a second or 60 frames a second, with my shutter speed being double whatever my frame rate is. And what that does is that keeps everything really uniform. And then if I'm posting to social media, everything's in 30 frames per second. But if I want to slow something down and make it a little bit more cinematic, I'll shoot it at 30 and slow it down to 24, especially because there's going to be no talking in these videos. And one of the biggest and most helpful things that I've done when shooting these cinematic real estate videos is to have a shot list with me. Now you can do that on your phone. I keep mine on my iPad, but I have a shot list of all the shots that I want to make sure I get, and I check them off as I go. And then I also have a list of things that I need to make sure that I check about the house before I actually start doing the work. So I want all the toilet seats to be down. I want toilet paper tucked away if there is anything. I want everything off the counters. I want all the lights on. I want all the blinds up. And so having these kind of pre-production checklists really help you out whenever you come to one of these shoots, so that you can be the most efficient you can possibly be. Because that's one of the things with real estate, is that every realtor wants their footage yesterday and they want it to be perfect. And so you got to make sure that you're doing little things like making sure the fans are on in the video so people know that those work, or making sure that blinds are open, things are off the table, those things like that, because you can get just so focused on the shooting aspect that you forget some of those details like that. Another thing that you're going to want to do is shoot for your edit. So for instance, this shot, I'm going to the right. Now, then I want to pair this with the next shot that is going to the right. You want to have kind of similar movements in order for your edit to be smooth and seamless. It's kind of jarring whenever you're going right one direction and then left one next shot, and right and left and then up and down. So you want to kind of have that in the back of your mind of, okay, I shot this light turning this way, so my next shot, I'm going to want to have it turning in a similar fashion so that it's seamless and a smooth transition. And honestly, I recommend that as a rule for any time you're shooting. You want to have your edit in the back of your mind, which is why I so recommend having a shot list and doing the work beforehand, because then once you get into your edit, you already know that everything is the same process from pre-production to shooting to the post-production afterwards. It's all one seamless process, which makes you faster, makes you better, makes you more money. So now that I've been fake shooting this whole house, I'm gonna go actually shoot the house. Also, let's talk about one of my favorite features of this gimbal. Watch this whenever I turn it on. Oh man, I love this. I love that it automatically locks and unlocks, and then turn it off. Boom. First time I ever saw this feature, it blew my freaking mind, and I'm so glad that they've continued to include this on their gimbals. Another tip that I have for you is don't be afraid to put your clips in reverse. So as I'm about to show you right now, I did this clip where it looks like I'm walking into the house and the door is just magically opening. What I actually did is I walked backwards and pulled the door shut while I was walking, and then reversed the clip, and that gave the illusion that I was walking into the house. So with videos like this where people aren't involved and there's not a lot of movement, you're able to get away with reversing clips in order to create that feeling that you're wanting to. So now that everything is done on the interior, I'm going to go outside and do some drone shots of it. Now, drone shots aren't always necessary. Not everyone requires them. I always like to throw them in just for added oomph and context. You know, this is somewhere someone is going to live, and so they want to see the surrounding areas. They want to see the inside. They want to see the details. They want to have an emotional connection with this home. And that's why we're creating this video, is to give someone that emotional connection with this home, to where even though this is an empty house, that someone through this video can envision themselves living here with their family, or however they choose to live their life, that they can envision themselves. And I think that's the biggest differentiator between a cinematic video like this and a drone tour. Is a drone tour is to give you the layout of the home and kind of give you the big picture, whereas these cinematic films give you the more details and evoke more emotion. If I could say anything, it would be like the drone tours are a more kind of like a more analytical thing, and then the cinematic videos for real estate are more of an emotional thing, if that makes sense. So now we are back at the house, and it's time to edit this video. And for the editing process on this, I really don't do anything crazy. I don't put any crazy transitions or anything like that. These videos can be simple and still evoke the emotion that you want them to have. So what I'll do is, first off, I will add my music into it. Go and pick out your music first, and then I'll edit to the beat of that. And then essentially I just pepper in those wide, medium, tight shots that I got. So it starts off with a fade in, and we've got a drone shot showing kind of the neighborhood, and drone shots showing the house. And then we get into this clip where I'm going into the house for the first time. And from there, I'm really just putting in clips that showcase different features of the house. Once again, no crazy transitions. We're trying to keep everything flowing as smooth as possible, so that way if I'm moving to the left in the video, the next shot is going to be moving to the left as well. And so just add a variety of shots showcasing different features in the house and showcasing all of the rooms. Once again, you revert back to your shot list of what you had in order to showcase everything that you need to in your edit. And once all of the clips are laid out on the timeline, I will then go into my color grading. And I've got a little bit more intense of a color grading regime. You can see all of my nodes here, but it's just a bunch of conversion nodes, and I have one simple LUT that I use. And then one of the key things is really to get all of your colors to match. And you know, when you're shooting a house like this, you've got different colored light coming in from outside, and then you also have the lights of the house being different colored. And so one of the things that I do is I have a separate node for color within my conversion area of my nodes. So I go empty node, conversion, exposure, color. Then I convert it back to Rec 709. Then we do a LUT. We've got some additional adjustments and then sharpening, and then we're done. One of the things that this color page really helps me out with is being able to change the hues of the colors in order to get everything to kind of more so match. And I think the biggest thing is the blues coming in. So if I reset this blue, you can see over here in the corner, I can show you what this looks like here. So if we go here, you can see there's blue light coming in, and then I can undo that and take out that blue light, and so everything kind of matches seamlessly. And really, those are the biggest things when editing a real estate video, is to make sure that your music is a good choice, make sure that the edit flows seamlessly, and then make sure that all of your colors are matching and you don't have crazy color shifts throughout the video. So all in all, this video only took me about an hour to edit, and that comes with time and practice, but you should have no issues going to a house, filming for an hour and coming home and editing for an hour and being completely done with it. And that's it. That's my entire process for creating cinematic real estate videos. This gimbal has been an absolute game changer for me. It delivers perfectly stable shots every time, which means less redoing takes and less overshooting. That saves me hours in both filming and editing, making the entire workflow faster, smoother, and ultimately more profitable for me and my business. If you're ready to step up your game, you can grab one of these gimbals using the link in the description down below. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this video helped you learn something new to level up your cinematic real estate projects. What do you think about the DJI Ronin RS4? Are you planning to pick one up? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. And if you haven't already, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe, and consider supporting me on Patreon so I can keep creating content like this every single week. And now, without further ado, here's the final cinematic real estate video I shot using this gimbal. Enjoy.